Hello there, it's me, earthmanbrick, and we're back with another Dreadnaught. This is Iron Warriors one. This is the one we did last time. It broke in two places, in the arm and in the body there, so we've gone and repaired those parts up, and I created a bit of detachment between those parts, and I think it makes it look a lot more dynamic as a result, so pretty happy. Yeah, and I like this design, and I thought, right, well, I've got another Dreadnaught at the ready here. Here he is, and yeah, again, just using the same molded pieces, lots more MDF, same sort of panels, the cross ones, and yeah, I've gone and built him a power claw, because the power claws you usually get on these Dreadnaughts are tiny. They're like a flat little thing with tiny little claw things like that, and it's like, that doesn't look powerful at all. It looks, if anything, it looks like his hand's been chopped off. It's a bit crap in the design, whereas this looks like, yep, he can go and grab something, a person, and crush it. Whereas the tiny little toe hand thing, it looks crap. It looks like a gimp hand. It's awful, bloody awful. And yeah, I've made an assault cannon here, and it's just 6 straws around a sort of like a plain stick thing there. Little band of card around there, bits of old MDF sprue frame, shoelaces, because they've got such a nice little texture and stuff to them. And they'll take the paint no problem, and it doesn't matter where you sort of like throw these bits to, they always fall like a proper wire, which is great. And that's just some threads there. Can't remember where I got those threads from. I think it was like a clothing tag or something, so it was just like, okay, yep, I'm going to recycle that, and I know exactly what to do with it. And again, the beauty of working with this as opposed to wires, with wire it'll end up keeping a bad shape, whereas these will always fall and always look like wires, if that makes sense. So for the eye bit here, I've just gone and taken a small piece of card and then a biro pen, and I've gone and really pressed hard in order to create a kind of an impression, which you probably won't be able to see, but when it comes to painting, it'll develop a nice little groove that I can just put on a strip of red paint like we've done here with this one. And yeah, this is going to be just another Iron Warriors, so I've already got a base ready. Here we go. It's just the same, exact same type of a base as we've done here. It's just old cardboard. What is that? Froster and Malika, I don't know, it's pizza, I'm guessing. Yeah, pizza box. These were the tiles and stuff. Got a separate video on the bases. If you want a link, I can easily put one down. So yeah, the next step will be painting this guy up to a certain, probably just base coat him and all whatnot, and then drill and pin him to the base, and start moving, getting the ball rolling on that front. But we're missing something, these bits, hazard strips. So I've got a piece of paper here. It's just an old scrap piece of paper from an envelope or something. Just hit it up with white, well, not white, with yellow paint, and then with a ruler and a black marker pen, just sort of gone along and made a series of lines. And then I'll be able to cut this whichever width I need to make some nice and easy little hazard strips. But I'm also trying a new technique, which is just cards. So I've gotten taken a piece of card and hit it up with black marker pen, just to create the impressions, and then just gone over it with some more. So if I just move this guy out the way, and just grab the scissors and we'll cut off the excess card here. Again, you just have a nice long card strip, and you can just glue it on, chop, glue, rinse and repeat until you're done. So there we go. And we'll just hit that up with every other odd one with the black marker pen. I've got one here. So we'll hit this one. Again, doesn't have to be exact. These things are chaos, so it doesn't matter if it's not too tidy. There's a Space Marine one. Oh, you get called up for being a bit dirty. There we go. Now we just hit the other bits with yellow. I've got some yellow acrylic ink here. Let's give it a mix. Just douse some of this on. There we go. Put that away. And then just spread this on. And the beauty of going over it with the black first is that you don't have to be too careful, and we don't have to wait for it to dry. It's kind of more or less done. There we go. And that's a really super easy hazard strip. And so that took next to no time at all. And yeah, if you're a bit precious about the edges and stuff, you can just go over it with a black marker pen. And that's just where we've chopped the card. So you just go right over those edges. And again, I'm all about speed. And there we go. Good enough. And then by the time it's weathered, and you've stippled it with the white as per tradition, it should be good enough. So we could put that on there and going around there. So let's glue it on. Dab a glue there. Stick that on there, up nice on the top. And we'll use our scissors again. It's a bit premature putting those away. Chop that. Nice big dabs of glue here. And just where we more or less chopped it, just pop it on. And just make sure it's stuck on nice and firm. Looks like we lost a little bit. Come off there. Or has it? Ah, there it is. Just glue that back on. There we go. Good enough. So yeah, it's already looking suitably Iron Warriors-y. And we're going to add on some more, because we've got little holes here at the bottom. And no doubt there's little holes everywhere else, so we'll hit it up with some paints. And then I'll add some coloured wires, just to give it a bit more variation, and maybe stick on some rhinestones here and there. But I'll come back soon once that's all dusted. So, bye for now. See you again soon. Hello there, and we're back. And yeah, we've got it all done and dusted. So, this is him, all finito. And yeah, we've just kind of rinse and repeat. We've just more or less done the exact same as what we've done here. I've applied an extra couple of rhinestones here just to break up, add a little bit more colour, you know, because we've got this little red hint of an accent there. We've stuck on a few more of the hazard strips there. That cardboard strip that we made, oh my goodness, it is the bee's knees. I love it. I think that's turned out proper good. And again, it's so minimalist, so it's just a kind of a white dry stipple, and then a little bit of ink as well. And I've added the wires to the back here, just to add in little subtle notes of color here and there. And I've painted up some of these cables and stuff. Other ones I've just kind of left. I just, does it really need to be, I mean, what color are you going to make it? Brown? Bit boring. And yeah, I think the power claw works. It looks a lot better than the Space Marine one, where it's just, I don't know, it's like it's another fruit. It's not intimidating, it doesn't do anything for the Dreadnaught. It's a bit of an embarrassment. But yeah, I think this works. I think we've got a decent couple of Dreadnaughts, but what else are we going to do for the Iron Warriors now? Well, I think quite possibly tank. Yeah, I think a tank could work. There's the plane tank, which is just called the Rhino. It's pretty much just a passage carrier, has an extra bolter onto the thing. It's really just there to get troops to and fro various places. You've got the Predator, which has a big cannon on top, a nice big turret. You've got little different kind of loadouts on there, and you usually have side sponsons as well, which is like turrets at the side that are kind of heavy bolters. You can pick and choose. And then you've got the Land Raider, which is the big one. And there's a few other kind of various ones as well. But yeah, I think a tank is what we need for our squad, because we've got a single squad of like 10 guys. We've got our 2 Dreadnaughts, and yeah, I think a tank is definitely what we need to bulk up our Iron Warriors, sort of make it work. But yeah, so and painting wise for this guy, again, it was so simple. It was more or less just a white stipple. Any bits when I broke these parts up and stuck them on to various places, and there was like white bits where the air drying clay was left, and it was just a case of going over it with a black marker pen. But yeah, white stipple over everything, then going and hitting it up with a homemade brown wash, and which is mostly just a mixture of different acrylic inks that were already on the way out. I just thought, right, amalgamate, throw them all into the one container, and yeah, it's another brown wash. But yeah, I think this it works. You throw that on the table, nobody's gonna go, what is that? They know it's a fucking Dreadnaught. If they ask the question, they're being facetious, and you get to slap them. Pow! Back and forth. Don't do that. Don't do violence. Violence is bad. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, easy to make, cheap and cheerful, but that's all I've got for you today. So, thanks again for watching. Bye.